I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked podcast. Today we are talking about, what is it? Christina Loren's.
Christina Loren, Paradise Problem.
Yeah.
I thought I had sat it out to show. Oh, I did. Here it is.
I love that cover.
I love the cover, and I had picked this as my book of the month, the one that it came out. Again, we are not sponsored by Book of the Month, but I will always talk about them. And then we picked it for this, and I was like, dang, I didn't realize I had a paper copy. Tell me you have a problem. So anyways, it's beautiful.
Yes, I love it. So what are you reading right now?
Ooh, okay. So I just finished The Paradise Problem. Last week I talked about my obsession with the Crowns of Nyaxia. I had just finished the second book after we recorded last week, and then I read both spin-offs. So I finished all those, and then this week I'm gonna start the Vicious Lost Boys because you just talk about it all the time, and I just feel like I have to read it. And then our book club book I'm gonna get done later in the week since our meeting is soon.
Yeah.
So
I know when I was leaving Sunny's today because she had her pool party, I was like, I will see you soon. Oh, I'll see you Sunday at book club.
The 1 month really snuck up.
Yeah.
What are you reading?
I finished Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True this morning. Mm-hmm. And then immediately after, Everand recommended this book. And I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher the name. It's called The Masquerade by O.O. Shangoyomi. I had to listen very closely as the narrator was saying it because I was like, I have no idea. I just got started on it, but I think it's pretty good so far.
Okay.
And I'm also reading one of my arcs, Capitally Engaged by Rachel Holm. And I just got to the good part in that too. So, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
I learned something new this week.
Okay.
Which I think our listeners will appreciate. If you have a Peloton, there's a Kindle app for it now. This is new.
Oh, yeah.
And as much as I love Cody Rigsby telling me that I'm doing bad and I need to do better, I would much rather read a book. So that's exciting for all the Peloton girlies. Maybe this will motivate me to get off my ass. I don't know if it will or not, but less excuses. Hopefully. And don't mind me, I'm also super sunburned. I'm sure you guys can see this. My little fair complected butt was on the lake yesterday, multiple times reapplied sunscreen, and I do not tan, I burn, so I'm suffering. Yeah. But
it's not fun.
No, it's not. I had fun on the lake. I hadn't had a lake day in literal years.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother from Texas came with all of his family, and my brother from Kansas City with all of his family. So it's very much central, everyone together. Mm-hmm. And he has a boat, so we went to Beaver and got to watch some surfing. But yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. But I'm paying for it in the sunburn department, so that's why I'm a little red.
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun for Labor Day? Today is Labor Day as we're recording this.
Yeah, just the pool party today. Other than that, we were car shopping all weekend. That was not fun.
You're almost done now, though, right?
Yes, we should. As long as everything goes well tomorrow, with the car itself, we should be able to pick it up and just sign our papers and be done, finally.
For years, hopefully.
Yes.
It's stressful.
Chaotic and stupid.
Yeah. So, we also have some other, I say we, Tisha found this for us. There's an app that reads for you. Now, if you're those listeners that are so weird about the people talking, we're really not, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
I'm some things annoy me, but if I'm working and I'm listening, I don't care if you're monotone. I can listen to anything, to be honest. And this app, okay, I thought it let me pay weekly, but surprise, surprise, my bank was charged for a whole year.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Too late now, but
Yeah.
it's expensive. I say when you say it weekly, it's like, oh, it's $2 a week. But when
Mm-hmm.
you're paying for an entire year, because it only lets you do it for the year, but
Mm.
it lets you pick the voices. Like you could literally have Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I thought
really
that was
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, what's the name of it? I need to really look up.
Speechify, I think. I haven't
Yeah,
actually
Speechify.
logged into it. Yeah.
I used it for like a few sentences to make sure it works. So what you do is you
Mm-hmm.
set it up, and then you log in and connect it to your KU, and
Okay.
then it will just read. Or you could like if you have ARCs that you downloaded like on your Books app on your phone and all that, like that's how it'll
Okay.
do it. But it won't just
That's
work
nice.
with anything. You have to like
Uh,
it select. But KU's the main one that it works with, so that's what I did.
which is important because that's where
Yeah.
I get like half my books.
And I think it would ultimately like sound like I said when it pulls out one chunk, it sounds expensive, but I really think that it would save money if you're pairing that with KU. Like you're getting more reads, and rather than having to buy. Honestly, I may cancel Audible with this
Yeah, that's what I was
combination.
thinking. Because I
Yeah,
mean, because it's like $17 a month now for Audible, and it's
for one
stupid.
credit. So what I've started doing is when I have a certain book that I can't find on literally anything else, and it's booked out for 20 weeks on the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I on the library cards I will go to Audible and I'll look it up. And if it's less
Mm-hmm.
than $15, I just buy it. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
my credit I'm going to use for a book that's like $20 or like to make it worth
Yeah.
it. So like those are when they're on sale for like $4, $5, $6. If it's a book I
Yeah.
want to read, I just buy it that way. So maybe if it's on KU, I got a deal on KU for 99 cents for like 3 months or something. So I was like, have fun with
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I'm doing now. So we'll see.
Yeah. So that annual fee averages out to like 11.60 a month. So it's much cheaper.
Yeah, especially for the people who already have KU. Like, you're not adding another additional expense.
Yeah.
I need to add up everything that I have because I have everything. And
Yeah.
I think I need to chill. But, you know,
Maybe. It's
it
a
do be
write
like
off.
that. It's a write off for this podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
other than that, there has been some drama in the BookTok world. I didn't realize there's so much going on. Before we get really into this drama, something I forgot to put on the notes. Sorry, Tisha, this is coming out of left field. There's this one girl who I came across on BookTok back when Fourth Wing like first came out. She was reacting and she's hilarious. She's just so her personality's huge. She's hilarious. She just signed with the Unwell group, which is Alex Cooper, Call Her Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
to be the first like Brett Cooper book talk podcast.
Oh, okay. That's
I
cool.
just saw that like a couple days ago. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to check it out because I saw her on TikTok like over a year ago, like when Fourth Wing was like people couldn't find the book, and she was reacting to certain things, and she's just hilarious. She has a great like comedic personality. So when that comes out, we'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, there's a lot of other. That's not really drama. That's just news. Drama. Okay, the first one. I'm sure you've read about this or seen this. There's a famous book talker. I don't know who it is. The videos I saw about it, they didn't want like to add this person in the video. I saw 3 or 4.
I've seen several that have added her, and they're like,
okay,
no, bitch.
Okay, I don't know who it is, so I don't know if you want to say or not. Up to you. I don't care. But she is taking money from indie authors to use her platform on some sort of agreement. I'm talking hundreds of dollars, okay?
Or thousands.
Or thousands, yeah. And as everyone who's listening to us probably knows, that indie authors are self-sponsored, if you may not know, okay, so it's like you're starting a business and you don't have a company backing you, right? Like you support yourself. You're buying all the books. You're doing all this. She's taking money from these people on the terms that she's going to do so many posts, so many videos. They're having several issues. Number one, sometimes she's not even doing the posts at all. Sometimes she's not doing what she's agreed to. And then sometimes she just gets on there and talks, and it's very obvious that she didn't even read the book at all.
Yeah,
I
she's
think
not
she
reading
said
it.
the math wasn't mathing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like, last I heard there was like 50. Tell me if you have a different number. I heard there was like 50 authors who've said this has happened to them from this person.
I've only personally seen a handful say that they were victims of this too, but they're typically sharing someone else's. So it's several, like way more than 20 plus. Like, 50 doesn't seem out of the ballpark in any way.
Yeah. And it's not like it's like one person, you know what I mean? Like this is a group of people who have no reason to shame anyone.
Yeah.
Or they're just trying to like get people to read their books, and she's just literally taking money and running.
Mm-hmm.
She must be stopped.
Yeah. I just tried to look her up. She's deleted her Instagram because her username was at, I think it's Callie's Reading. It was Callis Reading. Okay. And she's not on there anymore.
She got bullied off the internet.
Yeah. So unless she, changed her username or something, like she gone. Because she, like you said, she's just stealing money from indie authors who already have to pay through the nose to get their books published, who have to kind of beg for ARC readers because they're not known. Like it's a lot of work and a lot of money out of pocket for them until they can get kind of that footing and get a following who will pay for their books and pay for merch and all of that. And that is just like the lowest of low if you're willing to take money from them.
Yeah, no, it's insane. And on the other side of that coin, if you take your idea to a big publishing company, apparently they be stealing those too. So authors, guys, don't give up.
Please don't.
Please don't. Keep going. But I could not find the video again, so I don't know if it got taken down. I thought I sent it to you, but I went through our messages and I couldn't find it. And so maybe I sent it on Facebook. I don't know. Tisha and I are sending videos to each other on all platforms through multiple social media accounts. And sometimes I can't find where I send stuff, and I'm sure she's the same way. So I saw a video about more, not indie, but like they're signed with smaller publishing companies and they're smaller authors. Like they're not like at Red Tower or Simon & Schuster or any of like these huge companies, right? That they're pitching ideas and then giving them to big known authors. Like literally stealing their shit. And the biggest one that is an actual lawsuit right now that's like confirmed is the Crave series, which is huge. I haven't read it. It's huge.
I've got half of them on my TBR before I knew anything about it.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of want to read them, but I've been putting it off. I'm like, nah, this is shitty. But the original author is suing the publishing company because it's not Tracy Wolf's. I mean, she was complacent in it, but, I mean, she had to be. But at the same time, unless her manager, like, said, hey, I have this idea, can you run with it? Because that could have happened, too. I don't know the whole situation. I'm not going to make assumptions. But what I do know is this person says, this was my idea, this was my plan, this was my everything, took it to contacted the publishing company, and then all of a sudden, Tracy Wolf is coming out with literally my idea.
My book, because she said she has like the original copies of the first 3 books.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just can't imagine being someone and being like, yeah, I'm just going to steal this shit. Like, what the are you thinking?
And on her, like, the original authors, supposedly posts, there are several other indie authors who have commented and said this isn't the first time.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I saw someone make a video about that, and it's the same publishing company.
Yeah.
And they're saying that all these authors are coming out of the woodwork. So I'm guessing if we're going to see a class action next, where they gang up on the publishing. I don't remember the name of the publishing company, but it's a big one.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up because I was just seeing. Goodreads will tell us.
Of course they will. We can count on Goodreads for everything.
Yes. Oh, or maybe not. Okay, there it is. I was like, it's not showing up in my... Where are the details?
Entangled.
Yes, Entangled Media. Huh. It says they've done 5 printings of it. They blew it up and then realized they got caught. So, yeah, that's bad. And if it's all provable and it's all true, I really hope this publishing company does something to try to make it right. Obviously, they have a history of doing this, so I doubt they will. But I feel like Tracy Wolf should make some attempt as well because, like you said, she may not have known, but she was complicit and she has profited greatly from this 6-book series.
Yeah, the other thing I was thinking about was I wonder if there's some sort of legal mumbo jumbo when they sign on that you don't read the fine print or it's some specific language that says like your ideas are ours. Like if you work at a big corporation and you have an idea for a product, you aren't treated as a third party coming in for that product where you would get profit if they bought it. You're treated like you are there, you work for them, your idea is theirs. So that's me kind of playing devil's advocate, but not really because it's not okay. But just thinking about it from a different angle, there may be some sort of, the reason they keep getting away with this is there may be some sort of like binding legal language that gives them the right to the ideas if they're like in contract with that publishing company. That's my guess, but I could be totally wrong. I'm just making shit up there, but
which is definitely possible. And we've kind of seen it with this whole Disney debacle right now. Like the woman went there, had an allergic reaction and died from it. And now the husband's trying to sue. And Disney's like, actually, because you signed up for Disney Plus subscription years ago, doesn't have it now. You're not allowed to sue us. So sorry.
I didn't know that. It's like part of you signing up for Disney Plus. You can't ever sue Disney.
Yeah.
Are you
any entity of
kidding
Disney.
Me?
Yeah.
That is legal genius, but shitty as fuck.
Yeah. And the fact that he was only asking for $50,000 to help bury his wife. And they're like, no, sorry. I'm like, you make that in an hour at any Disney park in the world. How the fuck are you such a shitty company that you're going to do that to somebody? After it's your fault. They were made very well aware of her allergies, and they asked multiple times, okay, are you sure it's not going to be even cooked in the same area as any of her allergens? And they said, no, it's fine, it's good. And then she gets it and she dies.
I didn't know about that. That is
terrible.
Insane.
Yeah, awful.
Sorry, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Okay, so I agree to terms and conditions lesson is maybe you should read that.
Yeah,
I never did. I've never. If it makes me click on it to be able to click the box, I'm annoyed. I'm like, just let me fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I was when I saw it.
That's like hot off the press this week, or?
I think it's a couple weeks ago.
How did I not know about this? Oh my gosh, I'm a Disney adult. Like literally, I'm a Disney adult. This is insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wild.
Good to.
Yeah. In other news, also in the book world, I sent it to you the other day. A Polycon is a fucking shit show right now.
Why did I not put this on our agenda? Go off, Tisha. Go off. Yes, a Polycon. they're still pissed they didn't select us, but, you know.
But also, now kind of glad. You know, things happen for a reason. So.
This is insane. Tell them about it.
So, I noticed probably middle of, not this past week, but last week, that a bunch of authors were saying, oh, you know, due to unforeseen circumstances, I'm not going to be able to make it. And it wasn't, you know, one, okay, you know, life happens, whatever. Then I saw like 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And I was like, okay, something's happened. Something's going on. And apparently, because it's hosted at a Gaylord resort, they require the specific drayage company, which is drayage is like delivery from either a ship, a train, or like a major distribution center to the door. It's supposed to be like white glove service. Like they unpack it for you, they set it all up, and like it's supposed to be really great service because you pay a very high premium for it. Apparently they charge like $3 to $5+ I can't remember the exact amount, but it was, you know, it doesn't seem bad. You know, if you've got 5 pounds, not a big deal, but per pound. And books are not lightweight, especially hardbacks, which a lot of these authors are bringing to then sign and sell or give out as like door prizes or in like special signing events. Like one Polycon video, I saw the girl came home with like 25 books that she didn't have to pay for. So this is a fuck ton of books, like weight-wise. And they are charging every individual author this drayage fee to set them up. And apparently at the last one, a lot of these books showed up damaged. So these authors are losing money. Like they're paying money and then they're losing money because the books are damaged. They can't give those away. They can't sell those. And then they have to pay to then reprint them and do all the things. So it's huge drama. So a bunch of people are like, I can't afford to have my books damaged. I just can't do it. And I can't afford to pay X amount of dollars per pound when I'm bringing like 20 cases of books for these readers who are very enthusiastic about books. So I guess last year, JLA, Jennifer L. Armentrout, covered the cost of the drayage out of her own pocket, which great. Love that. I'm glad that she's able to do that with, you know, the amazing success she's seen. But this year she wasn't able to, which is understandable because it is expensive. It is a fuck ton of money for hundreds of authors, all of their books, all of that. So, and they won't let you use any other drayage company. They won't let you carry it in yourself even.
Which
so
last
now,
year they let them carry it in themselves.
Yeah.
They had
so
like
now,
guys there to help, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So now they have kind of dialed that back because so many people were backing out. They're like, I can't afford that. Like, I'm already losing money coming to this. Like, I was just trying to, you know, marketing. Like, I was going to eat that cost and just pray for the best. And I guess JLA, I saw a couple days ago, decided to kind of split it with them, split the cost, the drayage cost with the authors, which is still a lot of money. But I think some were able to make that work for them. They are apparently allowed to carry like one bag or box of books at a time. So they would have to make multiple trips back and forth. But they can't have more than 2 people carrying them or something like that, like across whatever large convention center floor to set up their table instead of paying the drayage fee. Fuck does it matter if an author is carrying their own books?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess there's been talk about, which I think it's probably rumor, but somebody said that there was a rumor that if you're on a panel, you have to pay to be on that panel at a Polycon. I don't know that there's any truth to that, but if there is, that's insane. To the tune of $2,000. Yeah, I was like,
I would think you would pay people to be on your panel.
Yeah, and then after all of the drama with the volunteers that were being really hateful to the attendees, like there's just a lot, and I'm really glad that we didn't get picked to be part of that.
Yeah.
Until they can work out, all of that.
Yeah. Man, never a dull day in the BookTok world. Did we even talk about the BookTok Baddies Facebook group?
I don't think we
When
did,
that
because
shit
that
went
was
down, we both went down
wild.
like dives because honestly, as a small business owner, I loved BookTok Baddies because every Sunday it would let me post my product. And I
Mm-hmm.
sold several candles because I have some that are inspired by books. And
Yeah.
I miss Small Business Sunday. The other books do it on the other groups do it on other days, but
Yeah.
Baddies had it down and it was a huge page. But so
Mm-hmm.
what was the deal with that? They did a retreat where these people like paid, and then it ended up being like she took the money, cheapskated it out, and like paid for her family or sister or something,
Yeah.
right? And didn't
She
use the guest money for anything for them.
No. So I think it was like 350 or 550 that they each, person that was attending paid on top of, getting transportation there, to rent this giant like Airbnb, VRBO, like cabin. They were all just going to go hang out, you know, community and read and, do whatever fun stuff they could come up with over a 2 or 3 day weekend. They get there and they're supposed to all have like swag bags, like authors donated stuff, small businesses donated stuff, like stickers, bookmarks, pens, all kinds of, just little swag stuff. So they're, getting there, they're expecting to have this like $100 value swag bag. None of that's there. And then these authors are like, where's the shit we donated? And they had to all find their own transportation from the airport or wherever they came in from to the cabin, whatever. And then there were supposed to be food and snacks and drinks and all kinds of things. And none of that was there. And then the admin of the BookTok Baddies shows up with her sister, who she paid to fly in for the thing, the retreat. And everybody's like, what the hell? And she's like, oh, there's no food or groceries. Like, you'll have to figure out your own eating situation. And they're out in the middle of nowhere. So, getting an Airbnb or like DoorDash is not really an option.
Yeah.
Like,
I
even
think
pizza delivery, they said, was out of range.
they also like said the closest place was like very far away, and there was like a lot of people
Yeah.
who didn't have vehicles because they had flown in. I think what the other thing was that there was like one option, and there wasn't a lot of. I don't know. I just remember seeing that they did not have any variety or options, and they were all pretty much like, "This fucking sucks."
Yeah. So the whole group has been like disbanded, deleted. All of the original admins before this girl took over with one other admin, the other admin wasn't able to attend. So the bad admin like ruined it for everybody. They tried to archive the group and nobody could comment or post anything. And then it just completely got shut down, like deleted. And then the old admins created a new page and they're trying to start back over from scratch. But I think I'm in it, and it was a couple weeks ago I checked and there was only like 5,000 people in it compared to like 30, 40, 50,000 before.
I thought there was hundreds in BookTok Baddies.
Possibly, yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah, I think it was like, if I remember right, it was like over 100,000, maybe. But
That doesn't surprise me, yeah.
yeah,
A lot of people also said there were like I guess they did like a birthday thing which I hate participating in those because then I feel like I always get chipped. Like I'll send somebody, a $20-$25 birthday gift and then when it comes to my birthday, I don't get anything. So I'm like, I don't know about that. But apparently a bunch of people had sent that admin stuff for her birthday and she never like thanked anybody, never made any attempt to like return that. She also took donations for something else and that organization or person never got that money. And that's a whole lot of stuff. That person is just a shitty person.
Yeah. I can't believe we never talked about this before because you and I were like texting about it as it was happening, and you're like, the page is here, but it doesn't work, and then all of a sudden it's like gone. But
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find our text messages.
yeah, no, because we were actually pretty active, and I felt like I commented in that group a lot. That I even
All
had
the
like a
time.
top contributor badge
Yes.
for that group because like people would ask for book recs, or I would
Yeah.
start a book and just post a picture of it. Like it's just a cool space, and I hate that people take a cool thing and then
And ruin
ruin
it.
it. Yeah.
Always.
So, well, the last of the drama before we get into our book is I saw a video. And then I started scrolling and saw several videos of this same caliber. And now I'm going to have to research, but I'm just going to scratch the surface now, okay?
Okay.
There is apparently a series written in the 90s called The Black Jewels. And it is ACOTAR to a T. Like, they even use Prithian. Like, there's like a list of similarities. There's 3 guys that have wings, and they're like it's the most similar. Like there's a video which I can send it if you want to link it or whatever.
Yeah.
And she
We'll
goes
post
through
it.
everything. Yeah, she goes through literally everything, right? And she's like, she had read it like I guess a long time ago, but it made me think like, oh no, do we have another Crave situation? But they're like both published, or maybe she read it and then
was just
forgot about it,
inspired.
and then was just inspired 10 years later. Like, personally, I heard a song one time, and I was like, I manifested this song. I knew this song in my head. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a Kenny Chesney song. And it came out, and I'm like, this song, I manifested it. And it was because it was a remake from a song that I used to listen to as a little kid. And it's like, I could just see that happening, and maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's, I don't know. But it's kind of eerie.
Yeah. Okay.
Did ACOTAR, published in 2014, copy Anne Bishop's The Black Jewel series, which was published in 1998. Here are the facts. In both series, there's an evil queen who has taken over the kingdom and enslaved powerful males to be her sex slaves. The main love interest in the Black Jewel series is Damon, who hails from the Dark Court, just like Rhysand and ACOTAR. He was enslaved to the evil queen for thousands of years through a magical binding spell that restricted his power. He was forced to be a sex slave to that evil queen and is consistently known as her whore. He is described as being stunningly beautiful with short blackened hair, golden skin, feline grace, bedroom eyes, and he has the power to break into minds. In the Black Jewel series, there is a group of bat-winged people called Arryns that live in mountain camps. They are a warrior race who brutalize their females and prevent them from learning to fight. Also, they have a rite of passage known as the Blood Run. Sounds very similar to the Illyrian Bat Boys in ACOTAR. There are High Lords. There is a character in Black Jewels named Prithian, spelled exactly like the fairy realm Prithian and ACOTAR. People talk about wing size with correlation to other body parts, just like the Bat Boys in ACOTAR. I have read both series, and if you are going to read the Black Jewels series, just Google the trigger warnings because it is more of an adult fantasy, and there is some very heavy content there, and it's a much darker read. But when I was reading the Black Jewels series, I could not believe the eerie similarities to ACOTAR, to the point where I Googled it to see if other people had picked up on this. And apparently, yes, they have.
So, yeah, wild.
Yeah, and now I'm going to read it. I want to research, so we'll circle back once I get to that point on my TBR. Okay, should we get into the book?
Oh, before we do, I have a question because I thought of it yesterday and I was like, oh, this would be good. So if you're reading a book or a series, and you're getting like, you don't want it to end, so you like put it off. Like you'll read 5 other books before you finish this book just because you don't want it to end.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
Everybody I know does that, but I was like, do they? Because
one of 2 ways. I'm either going to do that or I'm going to finish it all in a day and fucking hate myself.
and then be like, I'll just reread it next month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with None of This Is True.
Okay. You're like, I'm just gonna kick this can down the road.
Yeah, I was like, well, I started into Capitally Engaged, and then I did something in another book, and then I was like, okay, I went for a run this morning. I was like, fine, I don't have any other audiobooks lined up. I have to finish this one, and I don't want to.
Get her done.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, the Paradise Problem. The biggest thing I learned today while researching for this is Christina Loren is actually two best friends, and that's their pen name. It is two authors. I didn't know. I thought her name was Christina Loren, so I guess one of them's Christina, one of them's Loren.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because I was like, that's kind of odd to have two first names.
Well, and I was watching videos, and they kept saying they, and so I was trying to determine, okay, is that like the preferred pronoun, or is that like... But then when I read that it was, I was like, oh, so they're saying they so they can include both authors, because it's actually two. Which I think this speaks to the writing that I never could tell. Whereas like the one with Colleen Hoover and Taryn Fisher, I feel like you could easily tell.
Oh, for sure.
Like it wasn't, I feel like they're very consistent. I assume they just sit down and do it together.
Yeah.
Rather than mailing it back and forth like Colleen Hoover did.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Spoilers.
What?
Spoilers for Fake Marriage. Shitty family and morals. Fucking pretentious rich assholes.
Yep.
Death, which I just learned this, like, death not portrayed in the book. It's like just discussed that it happened in the past. Like, obviously everybody dies, but apparently that's a trigger that we need to be aware of.
Okay.
But I don't think there were any others, were there?
No, it was really a clean book.
Yeah.
Honestly, the spice was good, but I'd give it a solid 1.5, 2.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Like it wasn't insane. Like, I mean, it wasn't fade to black, but it wasn't, porn.
Yeah.
So, all in all, before we get started, I gave this book 4 stars. What did you give it?
I think it was 4 stars too, because I was like, not my favorite.
Not my favorite, but I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I thought, man, this is just like every other rom-com, but it's also not just like every other rom-com.
Yeah.
The reason I say not is because the thing I appreciated about this book was the big problem that breaks them up and then they get back together was not a miscommunication. And I just hate a good miscommunication. So the fact that it was just like literal morals and a shitty family and shit that they had to work through, like, that made me appreciate it more. I would have given it 3 stars if it would have been a miscommunication. Maybe 2.5, but the fact that it was like a literal thing that he had to work through, and it wasn't like this big drama, like, I appreciated that. So that's why I gave it a 4.
Yeah, I took 1 off because I hate the fake marriage trope.
Oh, you do?
Just hate it. Like, I think that's why I didn't like the fine print, the terms and conditions, like that whole series.
You liked the first one, didn't you?
Hated it.
I thought you liked the first one. Okay, I liked the first one.
I finished it, but I just couldn't. Yeah.
Was that Lauren Asher? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dreamland billionaires, Disney.
Yes.
Real life. Whatever. I made a note when I first started reading this book and was like, this is giving Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates. Did you ever watch that movie?
I don't remember.
Okay, so it's Zac Efron and the guy who plays Bumper in Pitch Perfect. I can't think of his name right now. He's really funny.
Yeah. He did the Creed karaoke not long ago.
He killed it. Okay, and then it's the other girl from Pitch Perfect, the main girl. Jesse loves her. What's her name? Anna Kendrick. And then it's Aubrey. It's the girl from Parks and Rec, Aubrey Plaza. Is that her name?
Oh, I love her.
Okay, so it's their 2 best friends, And Mike and Dave, which is Zac Efron and Bumper, I'm going to call him Bumper because I can't remember his name. Adam Devine.
Yes.
Okay, they are like their sister's getting married in Hawaii, and their parents want them to bring good, respectable girls, and they're both like little fuckboys. I say fuckboys, they're like really goofy and fun. They're like liquor salesmen, and then they think that these girls are two respectable girls, and they're like high as shit all the time. They're just partiers, and they take them to Hawaii, and it's just all these crazy turns of events that just prove that they aren't who they said they were, and then they all end up being together. Like, it's a really funny movie, and I was like, this is totally giving the same energy.
I could see that.
But I was good.
I was so just shocked at the lack of any emotion in the very first chapter. I was like, why are you not upset?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say too. I was like, when it starts with a divorce and she didn't really give a shit, then she was like, is he gonna kiss me? I'm like, you're divorced? I'm just confused. So then when it came up and she's like, hi, we used to be married, I was like, wait, what? And then it kind of came out, and I was like, okay, that makes so much more sense. That was a nice little hook though, because that made me be like, oh, what's going on here?
She's like, I don't even know his middle name. I was like, well, apparently you don't even know his first name.
No, Weston? That was killing me. Your last name is Weston? What? Who named someone Weston? Which I thought was funny.
Oh, man.
I liked her character. I thought she was kind of quirky and fun. I liked him too, and as he opened up throughout, and you can see he definitely has daddy issues. But he's worked through them enough to know he needed to be separate from that. Mm-hmm. So I genuinely, the characters were likable. Alex pissed me off. The younger brother is the fave. He's fun. He's easygoing. But the big brother pissed me off the whole time.
Fucking douche canoe.
He just needs to go have some alone time with his wife. Poor girl is obviously neglected.
Starving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... I was like, okay, this is too much.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I was watching a bunch of videos. Obviously, I do that every week to prep. Everyone kind of had similar thoughts as us, 4 stars. It's not a shitty rom-com, but it's not the next big rom-com, right? It's just cute, and it's a good fast read, and, nothing super spectacular, nothing super terrible. But people got the ick. I don't like to say this word because I am Christian, and there's some things that you cannot get out of me. But how she called his penis GD all the time, I'm not going to say it. Because I just can't say it. It gave so many people the ick because she said it every page. Tell me if you thought differently, but I agree, it was a little much.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
The first time it makes sense because it sounds like she sees it and she's shocked. But then she's talking about just later when they're together, just talking about it and calling it that.
Yeah, I was like, can we not find a different name?
Yeah.
This is too much.
Yeah, it makes me think of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Would she name him?
Warrior King.
The Warrior King. I don't know why that just made me think of that. I love that movie, by the way. Yeah, so that was a lot of people's complaints. Yeah. People also didn't really like the whole billionaire to poor girl, which I'm like, that's every billionaire trope. So that, those don't bother me.
No, it's so done right now with everything popular. Mm-hmm. But I think, in 15 years or so, if we were to read some of what's popular now mixed in with whatever is popular then, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah.
And also people did note, which I thought this was a good note, that it's not the typical trope because the girl's usually no, I don't want it. In this case, she's how much?
Yeah, give me the money.
Give me the money, which was very different than I mean, let's
Yeah.
talk 50 Shades of Grey, like all that. She didn't want it. This is too much. Take back this
Yeah.
car you bought me. Nah, bro, thanks. Bye. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cruise around my new car.
Yeah, I love that she was like, what amount would make you say no? Because we'll go just under that.
Yes.
like just below it, so you don't say no, but it's not too much either.
Yeah. She probably could have said $1 million and he would have done it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at what point did you think the title related to the story?
I think once they got to the island, and no, actually, it was when fucking dad was like, "We'll just buy a house because of the honeymoon."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, okay, there it is."
Yeah. I agree with that. I was going to say it wasn't when they first got there, because I'm thinking, at first I was like, maybe here, because they start to realize they have to put on a little bit more of a ruse, and he can't just be silent on the arm or whatever he would say. Just pretty much to be there, but that they would actually have to like pretend that they were married and the affection, which obviously came naturally because the chemistry is supposedly off the charts. But I agree with you. I think that's when it became a problem for her, because until then she was having fun, but that moment she was like, "Nah, this is fucking bullshit."
Yeah, she's like, "That's disgusting. You want to," and like it all coincided kind of with when the dad got so mad at somebody because he ran into someone and then spilled all over him, and he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "How long have you been working here?" And like, "Get me your manager." And he's like, "Did you really just get somebody fired because they spilled something on you because you ran into them?" Like,
yeah. And the only one of the kids that said anything was Liam. That's the thing this entire time, or West, whatever you want to call him.
yeah.
Is that none of the other siblings stood up.
Mm-mm.
None of them. They were all just like, no one stands up to dad. And I think that's what obviously makes Liam the likable character, is because he stands up to big bad dad. Were any moments in this book like a big shocker? I know we're like thriller readers, so it's really hard to shock us in a rom-com, but was anything like a surprise to you?
The whole pizza app thing, like I didn't understand why his dad was like holding it over him, but then when it all came out, because he's a fucking piece of shit, and still tried to bury his son because he didn't want to go with his plan, like fuck you and the horse you rode in on, like
literally. No, I agree. I think that was a shocker moment for me because I just didn't expect it to be something that he could try to pin, like sexual or like watching, which is the way I took it. I don't know if you did too. But he did make comments thinking back when that reveal happened. West made comments like, "Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he had a girlfriend," or "That wouldn't shock me." Like things like that that like diminished his character, and I thought that's what those comments were for. But I think that was a little foreshadowing. To what Pisa was. And then the other thing that actually did catch me by surprise was that Alex was the one that stepped up and spoke out. I thought it was going to be little bro who finally manned up. But it was big mean bro, and so I was pleasantly surprised by his character arch. So.
Yes. Yeah, I think the way she kind of went at him and the sister-in-law, like, you guys need to get your shit in line and you need to not let your brother go down for this. Like, I think that kind of woke them up and they're like, holy crap, we really are bad people.
Yeah. And then like the family dinner at the end where they all like came over, it was very wholesome. Like, okay, everyone's healing. Dad's in jail. Mom's only made one mean comment about the comfort of her clothes. But no, I thought it was, all in all, I liked that ending. Like, I was happy with it because it wasn't just about the lovers getting together. It was about, like, the family getting over their shit. So I think that was really good.
Yeah. Some good character development overall.
Yes. Who would be your fan cast for this?
Gosh.
Let's start with Liam. Supposedly tall, like, What, brownish hair,
Yeah.
muscular.
Apparently huge.
Yeah. Huge GB.
Okay, Hemsworth. Either one of them would fit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can honestly put a Hemsworth or Henry Cavill in any book boyfriend situation, and they're gonna check the box.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with the Hemsworth. I was gonna say Henry Cavill, but his hair's too dark. I thought that he had lighter hair. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he was described as like lighter hair.
Yeah, I think so. And then I can't remember if she had blonde hair or
Pink.
dark hair. Oh, it was pink, yeah.
It's brown naturally, but she dyed it pink. I thought the girl from Pretty Little Liars, what's her name? What's her name? Lucy Hale?
Lucy Hale.
Lucy Hale. She was giving that to me.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. What about Baby Bro? Jake. He's supposedly very good looking too.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, everybody I think of is like our age or older. Like, I can't think of young characters that would be like freshmen and through seniors in college. Like, but I feel like it has to be like a funny guy, like Chase Stokes.
I was gonna say JJ.
Yeah.
From Outer Banks.
Yeah, that would work too.
Also someone I thought for Big Bro. I think his name is Nate in Pretty Little Liars. No, sorry, Gossip Girl. Not Chuck Bass, but the other guy in the circle.
Yeah.
That Serena's with initially, or she sleeps with.
Yes.
She leaves town. I just thought he would be good Big Bro.
Nate Archibald. Yeah. I could see
Alex.
that.
Yeah. And then his wife has to be someone super pretty. I was thinking like Margot Robbie. No, what? Margot Robbie is the little sister Charlie.
Yeah.
She's bubbly, super pretty.
Was the wife? Did it say whether she was blonde or brunette? Because I'm thinking
blonde, big boob.
Like,
remember, she was the big boob girl. It's always showing all the cleavage.
I was thinking like the girl that plays Blair.
Oh yeah,
in Gossip Girl. Yeah, Jenny Humphrey too.
She has her moments. Her character arc is more of like a roller coaster. Like Chuck Bass, love it. He just got married. I saw that.
He did. I saw that because the mom from Gossip Girl, the stepmom, gave a speech. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
They like stayed friends, I guess. Yeah. No, it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we need to cast. Are we just sticking to Gossip Girl? Because I genuinely think Chuck Bass's dad could play bad daddy. Like Jay Weston.
Yes.
Daddy Chuck Bass. And then the mom could be Lily. Serena's mom.
Yeah.
That's what we need to start doing. We need to start doing a fan cast based off of one particular show, and you have to use every character.
Oh, man.
Who did we miss? No, we did. We missed the wife of the main one, the slutty wife.
Oh,
I'm gonna say Sydney Sweeney. We got big boobs, blonde, super pretty. Sydney Sweeney.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's like perfect.
Man, I'm good at this. Maybe I should do casting for books. Just kidding.
Wait, who did you say Sydney for?
Alex's wife, the slutty one.
Okay, yeah.
Big boobs.
But then for her mom, or for
the mom, I had said Lily from Gossip Girl, like the mom.
Okay, I was gonna say Blake could do it too.
Oh yeah.
After all the drama in the last.
Give her a bitchy old lady role. I'm sure she would be like that about fashion.
She played such a bitch in A Simple Favor with Anna Kendrick.
Killed that role, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
I didn't love that movie, but She did a good job. I don't
It
like
actually
Anna
gave me
Kendrick.
it actually gave me Gone Girl vibes.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that for sure.
Like, yeah.
They're both based on books. Did we
Yeah.
miss anyone? No, I don't think so.
Maybe her friend.
Vivi?
Yeah. That like stayed with her dad. And then her dad.
Her dad just needs to be like the mall cop guy.
Paul Blart.
He just he's like a good, nice. Yeah, what's his name? Gentleman, start your engine. That guy. He's best friends with Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Kevin James.
Yes, this gives like loving father vibes. Her friend, they never really described.
I feel like it could be. She was just in It Ends With Us, the sister or the sister-in-law. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
Just a fun kind of reliable character, but will deliver a punchline.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I think we got them all.
When they're in the room, like she showers, and then he goes to get in the shower, and
when she peeks.
She's like, I feel like I should know what he looks like. And then he's like, did you peek? He's like, it's okay, I peeked too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's so sweet.
That was cute. The internal monologue of her trying to justify being a peeping Tom was kind of funny in that situation.
Yeah. And then my note says the dairy farmer lactose intolerant jokes.
Yes. And he went with it. I was like dying.
And then it was another one of those kind of misunderstood, like, why he freaked out in this one, but in Finding Cinderella, she freaked out. But it's like they have this big like realization moment, and then one of them freaks out and runs away.
Yeah, because he didn't know what those feelings were.
Yeah, because she's like, I'm your ride or die. And he's like, actually, no thanks. Bye.
I'm going to go sulk and brood on a beach for hours.
Yeah. And then
try to run away.
And then I just thought it was funny that this guy that tried to confront his dad, something happened and he like ruined him, and now he's a bank manager in Tulsa. I was like, that's so funny that they specifically mentioned he's a bank manager in Tulsa now. That's the worst of the worst.
Tulsa. That sounds terrible. Yeah, no, that is funny. When they said Tulsa, I'm like, random.
Yeah. And after his freak out, she's like, I'm tired of being your emotional rag doll. She's like, I'm not going to keep going back and forth. Like, you want this or you don't. You want this and you don't. And she's like, I'm just done. Like, your family is so shitty. I don't want any part of this. Just give me my money and we can call it good. Bye. Never talk to me again. Thanks.
That escalated quickly into a 4-day fuck sesh, but yeah.
Makeup is the best.
Yeah, honestly though, that resort sounds dope. I need to get me a ticket there ASAP.
Yeah, same. And then
good.
My last note was just like when they're sitting at the breakfast table and she's like gazing in adoration at him and how his family came together and they all just like worked their shit out.
Yeah, that was good.
It's about time.
About damn time. Yes, you are correct. But yeah, that's all I can think of. Anything else?
Same. That's all I got.
Yeah, it was a good little quick adios to summer. As it is, I've been saying it's spooky season since July 5th, but the rest of the world finally agrees with me. It is September 2nd as we record this, and it is not so chilly you need a jacket, but it is not unbearable outside, and it's only going to get cooler from here. So,
yes,
we are excited. Adios,
yes.
Southern summer. Hello, spooky bitch season.
Yes. The Burr months, and
The
we are here
Burr
for it.
Yes, yes.
So next week we are covering our book club book, which is Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. Rowell. Sorry, I don't know that.
I think I heard it, but we'll confirm and say it right next time. But we will have our book club meeting, so maybe we'll have some more fun ideas and input. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Subscribe to get notified whenever we put out new episodes, which we do every week. Follow our socials, Open Booked on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. And leave us a comment, interact, let us know if you hate us or love the book, or we do need book recommendations for Spooky Month.
Yes.
Like thrillers. We love psychological thrillers, or really anything that might make us, not go to the bathroom without turning the lights on in the whole house.
Yes. And if you're an indie author, hit us up.
Yes.
We'd love to read some indie authors and cover those.
Yes. And help you get the word out about your books. We also love ARCs, so feel free to reach out. I'm not opposed to an e-ARC. I know physical copies are expensive, and I totally get it. So we don't need expensive books, although they are much appreciated. It is not necessary. Yeah, reach out. Also, if you want any merch, like the shirts we've worn a couple times, I'm sure we can do sweaters too. Bookmarks, whatever, stickers. We got you. Just let us know. That's it. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.